Danae was the daughter of Acrisius, king of Argos, and Eurytus. Acrisius, who was worried about the princess but not the prince, went to the prophet and heard the oracle that he would be killed by his grandchild at the end of the earth. Frightened, Acrisius kept her daughter, who was still a virgin, in a bronze tower so that she could not give birth. However, Zeus, who saw this in Olympus, transformed into a golden rain and permeated the bronze tower's dome. Into a secret compartment, Danae accepted Zeus in the golden rain in his fantasy, which gave birth to Perseus. One day, when a baby's cry came from inside the bronze tower, Acrisius, who was surprised at this, tore down the wall of the bronze tower and entered it. Then there was Danae holding a baby, and she replied that it was Zeus' child. Surprised by this, Acrisius put his daughter and child together in a wooden chest, and sent them to the sea instead of killing the child for fear of Zeus' punishment. The idea was that if Ai and Danae died in this way, it would return to the responsibility of Poseidon, the god of the sea, not himself. Poseidon, at Zeus' request, protected the box from sinking into the sea or being swept away by the waves. Chest reached the beach of Seriphos, and Dictys, the brother of King Polydectes and a fisherman, found him. Dictys opened the box from the water, and there was Danae and Perseus, a newborn baby, in it, so he treated them with utmost care, especially raising Perseus as well as his son. Dictys' older brother, King Polydectes, planned to marry the beautiful Danae. He held a feast by spreading rumors that he was marrying Hippodamia, daughter of Oenomus, king of Pisa, and it was customary to give horses as wedding gifts on Seriphos Island. But Perseus, who lived in the fisherman's house, was invited to this feast and could not give horses as gift. So he offered to give the king something else instead. In response, King Polydectes asked Perseus to bring the neck of Medusa, a monster living at the end of the world. Others were greatly surprised at the moment, but Perseus accepted the request. Medusa, which we commonly know, is remembered for its hideous appearance. Medusa's two older sisters had snakes and hideous hair, but Medusa was a beautiful woman. Poseidon was deprived of Athens, the Holy Land. For that revenge, he made love with Medusa at the temple of Athene. Athena was angry when she saw her making love in her sacred temple, and when she couldn't curse Poseidon, she cursed the human Medusa instead. By that curse, Medusa was cursed with a more hideous appearance than her two sisters, and her beautiful hair turned into a viper, with serrated teeth, boar's molars, bronze hands, golden wings, protruding eyes, and a long snake's tongue. Also, the two sisters have immortal bodies, but Medusa was not immortal. Medusa fled with her two sisters to the land of the dead in the west. Let's go back to the story of Perseus. Perseus, who was attacked by King Polydectes, goes on his way to find Medusa. On this journey, Athena lent the tools of the gods to Perseus: Athena's own shield, Aegis. Hera gave a pouch of wisdom, Hades a quinny, a helmet that could turn transparent, and Hermes gave shoes that could fly. Perseus could not find where Medusa lived. At this time, Athena appeared and gave her a bronze mirror, and told her to meet Grae, the older sister of the Medusa sisters. Grae is a three-sister monster that uses one eye and one tooth together, which has been the appearance of an old woman with gray hair since birth. Perseus went to the Grae cave in the Atlas Mountains, stole their eyes, threatened to tell them the location of the Medusa three sisters, and when he heard the answer, he threw them into the lake without returning their eyes to eliminate the after effects. Knowing the location of Medusa, Perseus went to the country of the dead in the west, and they were living in tyranny in the country of the dead. After waiting for them to fall asleep, Perseus cut his throat with a knife without seeing Medusa's face directly, using a well-polished bronze shield like a mirror. Blood spurted from Medusa's neck, from which Pegasus and Chrysaor were born. Pegasus' cry woke the two sisters, but Perseus, wearing Hades' helmet, turned transparent and escaped without being caught. After cutting Medusa's throat, Perseus asked Atlas of the Titans, who was supporting the sky, for permission to take a break. However, Atlas rejected Perseus, who was told by an old oracle that Zeus' son would still hear his golden apple. Furious, Perseus turned Atlas into stone with Medusa's face, which is said to have become the Atlas Mountains of today.